Hey guys, Retro Guy 1986 here, and today we're looking at OpenSUSE 13.1 on VirtualBox. This is, I believe, the 64-bit. So let's go ahead and get started. Up to your right on the right corner top here, you have desktop. You scroll down here, you add widgets, activities, shortcut settings, default desktop settings, lock widgets, lock screen, or leave. Now let's go here to your left side here. You have as your default web browser Firefox. You have Info Center, Office, Online Help, and OpenSUSE. Now I actually like what they did with this. It's sort of like a shortcut to all your needs here. You could actually close it and it'll go away. I actually like my desktop pretty much empty, so go ahead and right click on the desktop here, and then you have other several options: run command, add widgets, add panel, activities, and so on. So let's go ahead and click on default desktop settings. Here you have a couple of wallpapers here to choose from. Let's have a look at this one here. The stripes, pretty, we should say pretty clean, but I actually like their OpenSUSE default one. You could always go ahead and get new ones here, where it says get new or open if you have. Now let's go ahead here to your left side here and click on the button here. Now, as I mentioned before, you get your Firefox as your web browser default, but you could always, go to their center and download your likings. Down here you have Personal Information Manager, Word Processor, Audio Player, Photo Management Program, File Manager, Configure your desktop, or Help, and then you have Terminal. In applications here you have Education, Games, Graphics, Internet, Multimedia, Office, System, and Utilities. Now if you click here on Computer, you also have Run Command and K-Info Center, Home, Network, Root, and Trash. And here's a copy of OpenSUSE 13.1 DVD. And then here you have your leave button, which is log out, lock, switch user, sleep, hibernate, restart, or shutdown. Here you have desktop 1 and 2s. This is your just a second here. This is your sort of like add a widget to your desktop. You can search here for whichever one you want, and it'll come there. Once you have it there, you can always put it in your desktop. Now, I like OpenSUSE personally, but I have other distros that I like from Linux. Reason why I like Linux, if I haven't mentioned this before, I'll mention it again. It's two things actually. Headache free, no blue screens of death like you would normally run into Windows. I had that problem several times with Windows XP, not 7 or Vista or 8. I rarely use 8. I used it a couple of times, but until I get a fully licensed, I will not try that. OpenSUSE looks like it's fresh, and clean version of them. And there's other people out there who take their time to review this thing, or like Spatry's Couple Linux. He takes his time to review all this software. You can have a look at his channel. But main reason again why I like Linux, it's completely free. It provides you with so many options, guys. Like Office Suite, for example. You have Contact Manager, database deployment, document viewer, drawing program, personal information manager, personal organizer, presentation, spreadsheets, word processor, and so on. Sort of like you know, Office Suite, but this is completely free here, and you know, that's one of the reasons why I like Linux so much, and you can get so many options with them. Not just because, you know, there are some payable ones out there that you can get. There's a OpenSUSE version that you have to pay, but this is the free one. It's free to download at their site. You know, there's so many things about this that you guys wouldn't imagine. Windows, you got Mac, you got this, but I mean, I've used this. There's no need to restart your computer pretty much ever. I've restarted my computer with Windows, let's say 2 to 3 times a day, due to the fact that Windows has a lot of resources, but this doesn't. I've actually tested this on actual hardware, and I have to say, I've hardly ever have to restart Linux, pretty much ever. And you know, this, like I mentioned before in the video, this is one of my favorite distributions out there, OpenSUSE, but I have other favorite ones, and hopefully we can review a couple of more during the week. Other than that, try to keep it short and simple, guys. You get the point. You know, feel free to share your thoughts about Linux and what's the good and the bad. I mean, even though there's, like I said, other folks that do this, but alright, guys, well, that's my thought on Linux, why I like Linux. I actually have a tablet that has Android on it, and for those folks that don't notice this, Android is based off Linux, and if you Google it, it will show up that is based off Linux. This is all we have for today, guys. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Take care, guys.